What's up, everybody? I am Jalen Phifer, the host of the Talking Faith podcast. Look, we are starting this new series, and I want everybody involved. We are starting a series entitled, Look How God Changed My Whole Life. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want people to be able to give testimonials about how good God has been and about how God has been able to change their lives. Everything does not look how it seems. People have some things that they have never told anyone, and God has been able to completely turn some things around. All throughout scripture, we've seen time and time again how God can take people that are not worthy to even be in his presence and use them in mighty ways. Look, I want to hear from you. If you would like to get on that podcast and be a co-host with me for an episode, we would love to have you. Go ahead and DM me and we can work out the details. Let's get into this week's episode of Look How God Changed My Whole Life. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Talking Faith podcast. I am the great, the one, the only, the best. I wish I had more words to describe myself.
Light skin.
Your hair is uneven. Worry about yourself. Welcome to another episode of the Talking Faith podcast, hosted by yours truly, Jalen Phifer, and I have with me Ariyana Phifer.
You're such a hater.
Never been a hater, baby.
You just hate it, honey.
Never that.
It's giving hate. Hey, y'all. What's up?
Anyway, so we're going to start this new series. I am super excited for it. I hope that I can get everybody to join in with me. If we did like 100 episode series, I'd be great with that. This is what I want to do.
Okay, what you
I want to start this series entitled, Look at How God Changed My Whole Life.
Right.
This is for anybody. I'm opening it up right now. Anybody that wants to get on the Talking Faith podcast and testify about how God has completely changed their life, you are welcome to come. DM me. Let's set it up.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to start this series out this week. I think we got a Gospel Girls coming next week with the same subject. I'm super excited about it. We're going to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
And we're just going to see where God takes it. Yes, for sure.
Definitely encouragement.
For sure. I want people to be able to watch this and be like, man, I was going through that same thing, or I'm going through that same thing.
Yeah.
If they can make it out.
Right.
So, yeah. That's what we're going to do. So, my first host.
And I'm going to host right back to him because he trying not to do it.
On the Look How God Changed My Life is going to be Ariyana Phifer. We ready to hear your story.
I don't know if I have a story.
You got a story.
What you want to know?
So, look, in the Bible, there are plenty...
Yeah, give some examples.
Plenty of examples of people who God literally did an entire 360 in their life. Jesus took Peter and turned him into a fisher of men instead of a fisherman. Saul was a Christian killer, and the next thing he knew, God turned his whole life around, and he was able to bring people to God. He wrote much of the New Testament in the Bible that it is that we read because he spoke many languages. So God is not unable to use you. David was a mighty man of God from the beginning, but he still had his faults. He still had his points where he showed up as human, where he had Bathsheba, even though he was married, and then killed Bathsheba's husband. But he was still God's chosen man. So what I'm saying to you, it does not matter what your life looks like. It does not matter what it has looked like. It does not matter its present state. If you gave God the opportunity, he can change your entire life. So that's enough of my talking. I hope you had enough time to find you some, because you know God done changed your life. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he has. I just don't know.
Lord.
It's not that I don't
Y'all, she knew we was getting on here talking about this.
No, it's not that I don't know. It's more so like, where do you start?
Just flow. Even if you don't start at the beginning, just flow.
Just flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would say like my mom, she says this all the time. My mom was like very God-fearing, holy woman of God.
That's
pastor.
my pastor.
Yeah, pastor. Like, and she always says like from the time of me being a child, like a baby, like the devil has been trying to take me out. Like he's been trying to kill me. And it mostly started in my health as a child. One incident that I can remember because I was old enough to recollect was I was about 11 years old, sick, not knowing I was sick, walking around with poison in my body from an organ, and organ that had ruptured or whatever, and it was creating poison in my body. I was in pain all the time. At that age, you know, we all grown here, so I'm gonna just talk. At that age, I'm having periods. My cycle is on.
At 11?
Yeah, I was a very early developed child.
Have mercy.
They come early. But yeah, I'm having periods and my cramps are just really bad, and you know, my mom, she's not really understanding, but you think your body's just developing, and you know, and one day I was outside with my mom, we were playing softball or whatever, and I like collapsed, like just fell to the ground, and she was thinking that maybe the ball had hit me or something like that. And I, you know, she helped me back up, but I was like in excruciating pain. Like it was crazy for her to think that was a ball that had me feeling like that. But it's neither here or there. I was in a lot of pain. Right. Then from that point, I remember for days, and when I say days, I mean days, y'all, a fever over 100.
Jeez Louise.
For days. And she just was like, you know, mamas.
What, you got the flu or something?
Yeah, you know, mamas, they gonna nurse you themselves, you know. And I had a single black mother. So it's like, you know, I probably didn't have insurance really, or she was too busy working. She couldn't take time off to take me to the hospital. So I was just getting, you know, nursed by my mama. You know, I'm getting regular NyQuil, sick flu medicine. Like you said, she making me soup. Ain't even got the flu. She don't know that though. But, you know, she's just trying to nurse me on her own because that's just what she knew how. We're not going to, you know, and I always tell people your parents can only raise you as much as they know, as best as they know how. It may not be right, but that's what they know.
That revelation right there might change a lot of people's
lives.
That
revelation really helped me. It helped me. It really did help me forgive. You know, it helps. But, and one night I was just laying in her bed and she was just like, God told her to take me to the hospital now. So she came in the room and I'm asleep or whatever. And she just starts putting clothes on me, putting shoes. She's wrapped me up in this little blanket and she picks me up and carries me to the car. We go to the car. We get into the emergency room. There's nothing but babies there. And I don't know if it was during a season where babies were getting sick a lot or whatever, but it was like lots of kids. And I was a child, so of course I'm in the children's emergency room. Right. They're taking forever. She's like, my baby been here. She like, my baby been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she about to show out. She holy and all, but she about to show out. Yeah. And she's like, my baby been here. And you know what I'm saying? Like, see her. So they finally see me. And they're thinking everything's wrong. They thinking I'm pregnant. 11 and pregnant is insane.
It's insane.
They're thinking I'm pregnant. They're thinking something's wrong with my ovaries. It was just a lot. They was thinking like maybe I was backed up, and that was probably what was wrong with it. So then I took a CAT scan. That junk was so disgusting because they make you drink this little liquid or whatever.
I never knew that.
I believe it's a CAT scan. They probably, when I was there, I had to drink a liquid that helped them see my insides better or whatever. And it ended up, they found out it was poison floating around inside of me, which was having me, you know, causing me to be sick. And they was like, in the morning, the first surgery we're going to do is her. Like, she has to have emergency surgery. And I remember just crying, like, I don't wanna. But you know what's so crazy, though, is like, before that, I remember before I got sick, I remember telling my mom I had a dream that something happened and the ambulance had to come get me. And when they came and got me, I remember I was just crying for my dad. Now, anybody that knows me, okay, that's not the bestest of the friend. But, you know, that was just a dream. But not knowing weeks later that I was going to get sick, and my mama, you know, basically I almost died, literally. Like, if my mom wasn't intuitive and in tune with God and with her spirit, and she didn't get me dressed, because, like, I'm telling you, like, this has probably been a week or two span that I've had a fever, ain't been able to go to school. I remember there was a field trip because it was social studies. Was it social studies, American history or something that we took everybody took in like 7th, 8th grade. And we did a field trip to the courthouse. And I really wanted to go on that field trip because back then I wanted to be a lawyer, y'all. So I really wanted to go on that field trip. And I remember being so sick, and I tried to muster myself up to go to school that day. And child got sick during the field trip. My mama had to come get me at the courthouse. But like I said, at this point I had been sick for like a week or two. And if she wasn't, like I said, if she just wasn't listening to God, I wouldn't be here. I'd be dead. Right. So they found out it was poison, had the surgery. Y'all, I swear I missed the rest of the school year.
Wow.
And I guess when the principal, when they heard how serious the surgery was, they didn't want me around. I ended up losing weight drastically, like so bad, because I wasn't eating. They were having me fast a lot because my blood counts and stuff wasn't right. And the principal just did not want me to come to school, and something happened to me at school and it'd be on their watch. Right. So they was just like, no. I think I came to school just to take a final, but I was smart, so I passed the final. But I just remember, like, I missed the rest of that school year, and everybody was nice. They gave me cards and stuff, but it just, like I said, for me, the attacks really started as I was younger in my health, you know, because I wasn't smart enough back then to fight for myself. Right. You know, I grew up in church, PK kid or whatever, but I'm not, you know, I don't know. And that's how he'll get you, you know. He'll try to get you while you're sick. So I had that problem. I was in the hospital for weeks. I've never been in the hospital that long ever. It's probably why, unless I feel like I need to go, I will not go. Like,
I'm glad we're on the same page with that.
You're going. I make you go before I go.
And get what?
And you going.
Ain't going.
And you going.
You can call me Mr. Ain't going.
And you going. Just sick of them, y'all. But, you know, so that's that's just my testimony that I know he's a healer, you know, because there's been instances where I could have died. That's not the only instant. That's just one that comes to mind, you know, a lot. And a lot of people remember because, like I said, I missed the whole half of the school year. So everybody was like writing me cards and sending stuff with home to my brother and telling your sister, hey, and I'm on Facebook and everybody talking to me through Facebook, but I'm so skinny and fragile. I'm just sitting on Facebook all the time. I'm just sitting on Facebook all the time. Because that's when Facebook started, you know, popping. Facebook was popping a little bit. But it's just like, to me, that's just my way of saying God is a healer. You know, now I don't have health issues that just pops up out the blue. I'm not waking up one day sick and just in and out of the hospitals. They told me there was something wrong with my blood. I would be, you know, anemia and all this other type of stuff. I have no issues with my blood. I don't take medication every day, how they had me on medication every day. That did not become my permanent sentence for my life. Like, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. By his stripes, I'm healed. I was healed and I am healed, you know, and I accept my healing. So that's just that part of my life, part of my little testimony. He healed me. You don't got nothing to say. You just gonna sit here.
I'm ready for the rest of your testimony. That was only part of it. That what you just said.
But I'm saying you don't got no questions about that, like how I was feeling it. Oh, okay. I thought some dialogue. Just gonna sit here. It's so funny, dog. But that's just one part. You know, the part that most people want to try to keep me in a box, you know. I was a city girl. I was a city girl. I'm a holy city girl now, but I'm holy.
And we leaving the city girl part.
I'm a holy girl.
There you go. You got something you need to tell me?
No. Gosh, it's a joke.
As for me in my house. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I'm serving him. But no, seriously. Me and my friend. Y'all done seen my friend too on here, y'all. I done had my friend on here. We delivered. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
We used to be in the club, y'all. Thursday. Friday.
Oh, okay.
Saturday. Brunch on Sunday.
Lord.
And they better not be having none at the club Sunday night.
Used up.
Yeah, weekend. I swear for God.
I need the kind of money you had back then.
I ain't had no bills. I was living with my mama. And I could say this, though. I'm grateful that my mom, she realized that you could have a life out of church. Because like I said, I was raised in a church, PK kid. So it's like most parents like that. It is church.
And then after that, go to church.
Like, y'all, I remember going to church all week long. Not in the era that I'm saying I was at the club all the time, but when I was a kid and my mama was like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got no life. My life is your life. When my life was penny life, I was there Sunday. Take a break on Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Maybe Thursday.
Lord.
Friday, we going to somebody else's church because they got a speaking engagement.
Jesus Christ. Don't let them have no revival.
Don't let them have no revival. Don't let it be a program. Pastor's appreciation.
Oh, Lord.
Saturday, we get a break. Unless it's a pastor's appreciation, there is no break. Because Saturday, you got a banquet that night.
Well, I got meetings on Saturdays now.
Sunday, you going to Sunday school, regular service, Sunday evening service.
Not the Sunday evening service.
And they better have a program after church Sunday. Going to somebody else's church. Oh my God, we was in church so much growing up. But I had a mama that realized you got to have a life outside of that. You know what I'm saying? She grew up in that, and it kind of, I think she's seen some ways that she had, that she was, in her mind was like, I don't want my kids, this to be all my kids know. So when I got grown, you know what I'm saying? It didn't even start when I got grown. This is not my testimony, but I'm just going to throw it in there. My mother got into some situations and had to do some, when you do certain things, you have to be responsible for your consequences. Right. And that happened. So I was always very mature, but I had to grow up early. Like my senior year in high school was not a senior year in high school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm paying my senior dues. Barely went to prom, but I'm working all day as soon as I get out of school. I'm doing my homework in school. My last period of the day actually was chorus, and my chorus teacher was so cool. I'm not going to say his name. Well, I've been graduated forever now. Mr. Dean, favorite teacher ever. He used to let me come in his class.
Said I've been graduated forever now.
He used to let me come to his class and do my homework for other schools. I remember I used to get Lydia up for school, put her on the bus, go back home, go to bed, get back up around 11, 12, take an Uber to school. But as soon as I got out of school, I make sure she was on the bus, and I got to go to work. I'm putting on my McDonald's uniform, baby. I'm going to work.
Mickadee's finest.
Mickadee's finest, okay? I'm working till about 11:30, and sometimes, back then, I don't know if it's still like that now, but if you was a certain age, you couldn't work past a certain time. Like, you couldn't help clothes or stuff. Child, they was having me in there helping them clothes.
Okay, that's illegal.
I'm not going to say which one. But, they knew what I was going through, so they was just letting me get extra money, you know what I'm saying? And not even knowing what I was, honestly, no, they didn't even know, because nobody knew what we was going through at home, because that's how good I was taking care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knew, unless I can count on my hand, probably 5 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, working. They just like, oh, she want to work, we gonna let her work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't had nobody, so
right.
They was gonna let me work. And it used to be me and this dude named Kendrell. Was that his name? Yes, Kendrell. Kendrell was, but I love Kendrell. I still love him. He's still on my Instagram for real. It used to be me and him. We both was minors. And we used to be in there late. We kind of had the same story a little bit, for real, for real. Used to be late at night, and all we did was go to school and work all night long. We was there every day, and I could work anything there. So they loved me, and I used to do that. And there used to be times, a lot of times, majority of the time, where my sister didn't eat until I got home.
Ouch.
At like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And, you know, I'm a minor, so they let me take a little chicken nugget, make me some sandwiches or whatever, and some fries. And that was our dinner. Majority of, you know, nights. Unless we were staying at, you know, one of those 5 people that knew, unless we was with them where they gave us dinner or something. This boy over here. But it's okay.
Bro, you over there taking a selfie? Bro?
Right, bro.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here
I
talking.
hope the
and
podcast heard that. Bro said my girlfriend said she missed my face.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. What was I saying?
We have fun doing this podcast.
Yeah, it's all love. It's good. But yeah, them sometimes where she would eat late at night, whatever. Child, I think that's when it started. I started, you know. Of course, there were times before then that I smoked weed or whatever, but I didn't start really doing all that stuff until then. You know, having my friends over, we drinking, chilling, got everybody and their mama in and out the house. But like I said, you wouldn't know nothing because I was crossing my T's and dotting them I's. Okay, the only way you would have knew if you just would have knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you didn't, you didn't. But yeah, you know, start smoking, all of that. Just not loving, you know what I'm saying? It was so into taking care of her. It was just like I became like a single mother. Like at 17, 18 years old. And senior year in high school. I wasn't looking forward to going to school. Luckily, when my mom was home, you know, did all my work and stuff. So senior year, I really didn't have no classes for real anyway. Right. It was working in the front office, working for the deans, in court, you know, electives. It really wasn't no real court classes. I think you had to take like an English class. And I was not there a lot, and she was my first period of the day. But she was very cool, and she always had a saying, Miss Pollard. Is that her name? I think it was Miss Pollard. This is why we can't have nice things. You know, I be saying that to you a lot. Yes. I get that from her because she was like very bougie, so her classroom had nice things in it. And people, we high schoolers, you know what I'm saying, used to always break her stuff or break a book or the laptop. You know, this is when they start getting everybody Chromebooks. And she used to be like, this is why we can't have nice things. And I say that to him all the time, y'all.
Literally.
But, you know, we made it through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we made it through. I was out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
That's when your street life started.
Yeah. I'm not incriminating myself.
Okay.
But yeah, that's when I started getting into doing a lot of stuff, straying away from foundation that I was raised on. You know better. I knew better. I didn't want to do better. Partially, I feel like I was hurting, one, because I'm a mama's girl. Anybody that know me know I'm a mama's girl. How dare you leave me here
to the fullest,
alone? by myself. And I just felt like, yeah, certain people knew and certain people was around, but they wasn't my mama. And I didn't want to be around y'all. I wanted to be with my mama. So I felt like part of also what I was doing was out of rebellion.
Right.
Was out of hurt. I was acting out. It wasn't right, but I did it. Just started wilding. Got a little promiscuous, as I got older. That's when going to the club every weekend. I don't know who introduced me to that. But hey, but what? There. I like to dance too.
Lord
who? I'm in the.
These ain't holy dances.
These ain't holy dances either. But yeah, so it was like the perfect plan for disaster. But I feel like he knew that. He knew it was the perfect plan for a disaster. He used my hurt, and not only with him using my hurt, he knew that I wasn't strong enough to, or wasn't even, like I said, majority of things I did was out of rebellion. Like, I wasn't trying to do right. Like, I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? And then, as I'm mad or whatever, I'm acting out. So, and what y'all gonna do? Who gonna tell me what to do? I'm taking care of stuff over here. Y'all ain't taking care of nothing over here. I'm the adult. I run that. You know what I'm saying? I run this. I wake her up every morning for school. I feed her at night. So, no, you're not going to come in here and tell me how to do or what to do anything. Or how to do anything. So, I just, going out, all that promiscuity, looking for love, knowing that ain't love. Because I don't even want to say I was looking. I wasn't looking. I was not looking. I wasn't looking. You just get bored, you know what I'm saying? And you try to rebel, and you're hurt, and you don't know how to say I'm hurt. Like I used to tell him all the time, like, cause I'm very clingy and emotional, I'll cry, baby, I cry. But I tell him like,
cry me a river.
Shut up. I remember when I didn't do the cry. I remember when I didn't express my feelings. Like, I remember when I was hard body. I remember like a hardened heart. They talk about that in the Bible, having a hardened heart. I remember having a hardened heart. I don't care about what none of you saying. Our apostle AP been up under him for years, since I was like 11, 12, because I met him a year or so after I got to the hospital. So 12. He used to pray that. He used to, every time I used to get in the line, he used to pray that a lot. But I was younger, so I didn't really know what it mean. But I'm like, yes, God, not knowing like. He's seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's seen it. But I had a hardened heart. I didn't care about nothing. Nobody but my people. High speeds. All that. Helps and dope. All, it's just doing certain stuff just because you hurt. You don't know how to say you hurt, but then you getting attacked with more people that's hurting you even more. So it's more hurt on top of more hurt on top of more hurt. And then it's stuff, our community is things you don't talk about.
Yeah.
We gonna go on and act like they ain't happen. You know what I'm saying? It happens, and that's why I don't, have any other than juju of mine. But I'm going to make that a thing. You know what I'm saying? No, we're going to talk about that. We're going to deal with it now because it manifests into other things. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like, daddy issues. I wasn't really, he wasn't around for none of this. He wasn't locked up nowhere while he didn't step in. Right. He chose not, you know what I'm saying? This the type of person he was. Actually, I don't even want to say he chose not to. The type of person he was, we didn't even give him the choice not to choose us because he made that choice before. So it's like, it was just a lot of hurt. Now that I'm older, I realized it was a lot of hurt. Then, like I said, I'm doing more stuff, hurting myself even more. And then I met this man, and then he tried to sweep me off the streets. And then I was telling him no because, again, this was in the prime. Yeah.
Drunk her be like, I'm ready to leave these streets alone.
I remember one night,
not hear
y'all.
from her for like 2-3 months.
I remember one time, y'all. I told him to come get me because I was tired of the streets, and he came and got me, y'all, drunk and all,
and was gone with the wind next week.
It don't sound good. But that's what happened though, real. And he said, "You gonna be my wife?" I said, I said, "That boy crazy. I'm not finna be this boy wife. I got stuff going on, baby. I'm out here living my life. Okay, I had the blonde Durkio hair too. No, I'm not. No, I am. But and it's the best thing I could have ever did.
Hallelujah.
For real. For real, best thing I could have ever did. Changed my life. And he always say I brought him closer to God, but I feel like he helped me because when we got, okay, we gonna do this thing and we gonna stop playing and do this thing, he was like, we going to church. I was like, I can show you the church. But I ain't going.
She told me, she said, I can show you where it's at, but I'm not going.
But I ain't going in there.
I said, you child of the devil.
Baby, who? And I was a pothead, y'all. Who? I will sit outside and smoke my blizzy, and when you come out, I'm going to be ready to go. Okay? But I'm not going in there.
Talk about heathen.
I'm not going in there. And my mama a pastor.
Yes. Lord,
not going in there.
Mercy.
You know, and then he just slowly started opening my heart. Feel like the love helped. You know what I'm saying? It's because, okay, I love him. If all he asked me to do is go to church, okay, I go, you know. And then it just started gradually turning into more, but that God loves conquers all, you know what I'm saying? So it was only a matter of time, but he works it out in his way.
Now she the armor bearer, the secretary. What else you do at the church?
That's it. That's it.
You the secretary of two different things too. Shh. Two different churches at that.
Shh. Just so annoying.
Go ahead on, Chad.
But now I'm free. You know what I'm saying? I'm free in my mind. I'm free in my soul. My emotions are free. My heart is free. My body is mine. It's holy. It's sanctified. It's a temple consecrated unto God and my husband. You know? I'm basically, you know, not basically, but he'll deliver you. He'll save. He'll free you. Really. And my mama always tell me, she said, I just be looking at you now, you just look so free, you look so happy. And people say that to me that knew me then. They'll be like, girl, you look so happy. Like, I just be seeing you just be smiling. I always say that to myself. Like, I see the types of pictures that I used to take are changing. Like, I never used to smile. I smile all the time in my little pictures, child. And it's just like, I could just see that love, you know what I'm saying, radiant, you know, radiating out of me. And it's just, I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I still have some ways. I'm not perfect. I'm still a little stubborn. If you try me on the right day, I'm going to give you what you want. But we're praying for me.
We're praying for her. Yes, we are.
But we are praying for me.
Because if she reaching that purse,
it's over with.
You better run.
It's over with. And I don't even think your running going to help, to be honest. It's over with.
Whoa.
But no.
We're praying
the difference between now and then I would act first, and I'm not asking questions later. I'm be like, yeah, I did. It would have to someone to be like, do you even really, like, what happened? It would have to be somebody to ask me that. But now I would literally think about the consequences. I would literally think about, okay, what do I got to lose? You know what I'm saying? That's, to me, that's growth from someone who had a temper, for someone who had a hardened heart, and I didn't care who I had to, you know what I'm saying, hurt to get what I wanted. So, look how God changed my life. I'm happy. I'm not the same person. I'm free. I can live in my freedom. I can live in my integrity. I don't got to look. I say it all the time when I'm around the police, y'all. I ain't got to worry about what's in my bag or what's in my pocket. You know, like, I ain't got to, you know, I don't have to be fretful over those things. I can walk in my freedom. Like, I ain't got nothing to hide. You gonna run my name, you gonna see old stuff. You gonna see nothing now, you know? So it's like, it just feels good to be free and truly happy. Not faking like you happy, going to the club, getting drunk to the point where you can't know your name, or you throwing up, or y'all, I done did it, you falling over in bushes. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be happy. let her know I'm finna come. But I'm just happy. I'm happy. That's all. So that's a little snippet, but I mean, that's how he changed my little life. Look at God.
Look at how God changed my whole life.
Favor.
I walk in favor. Okay?
Live good.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, you know. If you don't, it ain't none of your business. But if you know, you know. Live real good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I believe that this was a great start to our Look How God Changed My Whole Life series.
And we're going to get him on here too, because y'all, he ain't trying to do one either, but we're going to get him.
No, you ain't.
Why we can't see how he changed your whole life?
This ain't about me. Okay? I do everything around you. This one ain't about me.
Logan, does he do everything around here?
Well, Logan does all of the editing and recording. No wonder it looks so bad lately. Anyway,
oh my goodness.
All jokes. Everyone in Motion Method does a great job.
They
do. Greatly appreciate
it.
But yeah, so this is just video number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward. I am super excited, and I am ready to hear everybody's testimonies.
Yes.
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be worried about being judged. None of that.
Right.
Yada, yada, yada.
There's
this
no
is a
condemnation.
judgment-free zone. Like Pastor Mike Todd says, we are hot, humble, open, and transparent.
Bow.
So we will catch you guys next week, where we will have another video of Look at How God Changed My Life.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We forgot to say that. Shout out to Talking Faith, Motion Method, everybody. We love you.
Yeah.